And you know what? This is blending a lot better than I remember. Did I change or did you? Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be doing a full face. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be a full, it's mostly full face, is it full? Doesn't matter if it's a full face because it's a bunch of first impressions. I'll be trying out a bunch of new makeup that I have gotten recently, and I'm trying out some foundation, primer, who can believe it? Eyeshadows, blush, lip products. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff. It's not necessarily a full face because I don't have every single product like bronzer and things like that, but we've got a lot of new stuff to try. So if you guys are excited for this video, give it a thumbs up and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to. I would appreciate it. I mean, I'm not gonna force anybody to do anything that they don't wanna do, but I always appreciate new subscribers. I get it if you don't want to. Subscribing is hard sometimes because you're like, do I wanna see this bitch all the time in my subscription feed? I can't choose that for you. What I can do is threaten you, so do it. All right, and let's get into the video. So I'm gonna start with skin on this one, I think. I was gonna do my eyes first. Maybe this will be a mistake, but you know what? Sometimes mistakes happen. So I'm gonna start off with the Milk HYDROGRIP Primer. Now, if you have been following for any length of time, it will be no secret to you that I don't really believe in primer. I have been talking about this for years. I was gonna do a full video on it. Maybe I still will if you guys are interested. But the thing about primer is, it just seems like a gimmick to me. I've done all kinds, silicone, hydrating, all these kind of primers, and I've never ever once noticed a difference in how it wears, how my skin looks afterwards, anything like that. I've also done half face primer tests where you have primer on half, not on the other. At the end of the day, my makeup looks the same on both sides. I just don't believe it. I think that primer is a gimmick. I think it's one extra step in the makeup routine that for me, I just would prefer to moisturize. Moisturizer is always better to me than primer, but I am gonna use this today just to see how it works. This might be like a moisturizer. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna do like the long wear test or anything like that, but I am gonna give this a go. This is what the product looks like. Milk is a brand that I love their branding so much. Okay, that's a lot. Oh, what does that smell like? It has the most specific scent. It's medical. Carmex. It smells like Carmex. Does anyone else get that from it? 100%. Okay. Oh, I think I will use this all over my whole face. The texture of it, oh, it's very sticky. Okay, maybe this is gonna be a good primer. I don't know. It's very sticky. It does smell like a hint of Carmex. I'm not really a fan of the scent. Okay, so here's the thing about primers. What they're meant to do is like stick your foundation on longer. If you are looking for a sticky base, this is it. Look at this. It's like glue. Wow. Yeah, it's like very, maybe my foundation will stick on really good. I don't know. All right, so the foundation that I'm gonna be trying today is also from Milk, and this is their new Milk Makeup Flex Foundation. Now they sent over a few different shades. Let's see. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That was the shade Light, Nude, and Light Sand. Let's see here. Nude, they all look the same. Light Sand, ooh. None of them are my right shade. Let me put them all next to each other and see which one looks the best. Again, I say this in every video. It's getting repetitive, I know, but just hear me out. I go a little bit darker with my foundation because it tends to make me look less dry. I have very dry skin, and otherwise it can look really dry. So let's look. These are all 3 different shades. Man alive, they look the same to me, especially these 2. They look exactly the same. I think I'm gonna go with this one today, which is Nude. I love the packaging on these, and I've heard good things about this. They feel very, very heavy in your hand. They don't feel at all cheap. You roll it up from the bottom here, just like this. So let's go. Oh. Oh. That smells medicinal too. I can't put my finger on that one. I'm gonna use a brush to apply it. This actually looks lighter on my skin than it did in here, for sure. Like, look at that. So I'm gonna use a brush to apply. I don't know anything about this foundation. I don't know if it's meant to be like full coverage. It's meant to be like medium. I don't know. So we shall see. That's actually quite a nice color match for me. I really wasn't thinking that it was gonna be as nice as it is. The smell of that is, what is that smell meant to be? Minty? I know. I've never smelled a foundation that smells like that. We're gonna see how it holds up on my nose. That's the teller of all the tales. I don't like the way it smells. It has a very like medicinal sort of like got hurt in a hockey match and you need to rub icy hot or something on your muscles. That's what it smells like. Looks okay on my nose. It looks a little dry right here. You see what I'm talking about? How it's like clinging to the dryness on my nose right here. But the coverage is pretty good on that. I'd say that the finish looks like a matte, slightly satin finish. It still has a little bit of luminosity to it, but it's not super, super dewy. It's not like the Hourglass one, which I really, really love the Hourglass one. If you guys have tried that and you think that one's a little too emollient, this one doesn't feel like that. Like, it definitely feels nice and glidey. It doesn't stick too much in one spot. You can see that it definitely blends in, but it's not nearly as like slippy as the Hourglass one, which I love that one. I think it's my favorite stick foundation for sure. The Hourglass Vanish stick. So it's definitely clinging a bit into my dryness. It doesn't look bad. I would not go that far, but I would say if you have really dry skin, you may want to moisturize really well beforehand, because I feel like this does sort of sit in those dry patches a little bit and emphasizing them. Look right here. Can you see right here how it just looks a little bit textured and dry? I mean, my skin's textured as hell, but it's making it look more textured right there. I think once we get the rest of our makeup on, it'll kind of sink in a bit. My nose is not looking fantastic. That's the thing I love about the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick, is that it looks awesome on my nose. It's one of those foundations that sits so well on my nose. It doesn't have any dryness or clinging. It just is like so glidey. Because it is so glidey, it definitely kind of moves around a bit more throughout the day, but then you can just take your brush real quick and do a quick once over and you're good to go again. I would also call this coverage about medium. As you can see, like right here, you can still see some of my freckles coming through. All right, so I've also got the Milk Flex Concealer. Now, I believe I've tried this before, but I cannot remember. I remember liking it, I feel. But they sent over the shade Light Beige, and I feel like this is gonna be too dark. Well, you know what? Their products are a little deceiving because this looks a little bit dark in here, and then when it goes on, it just kind of works. I remember liking this. I feel like I have used this once before. Milk is one of those brands that I don't know what it is about them, but everything they release, I really love the branding and the packaging and the ideas surrounding it. There's something about their branding that just is like perfect for me. Got old eyelash glue. My skin's looking pretty good, actually. I like the way that the concealer's looking, and that really helped to cover up that area. I don't like the way that my nose is looking at all, but you know, told you my nose is a little bitch. Look at it. See how you can just like see it's not covered, like it doesn't have any coverage on it. See, that's what I'm talking about. I've always told you guys my nose is a bitch and none of you guys ever believe. So now, I don't think I have anything new that I haven't tried. Oh, I do have the NABLA. Oh, let me try that. This is the NABLA Brow Divine Neptune pencil. One side is a pencil on this, and then the other side is a spoolie, so it's like a very average product in that way. But let's see if it's any good. I used this a little bit before in my Florence by Mills video when I was like doing the outer tail of my brows just to make them look a little bit less weird. I only used it a tiny little bit and I did like it in that video. The thing is about brow products, okay? The thing is, they're all kind of the same. It's just kind of like color preference and price difference, and they're all kind of like the same thing though at the end of the day. They're like a pencil, and either a formula is drier or more emollient. Either the color is too warm or not warm enough. They're all very similar. This is a really good color, I feel like, for my roots. It feels like it's working really well. Again, this is the Neptune. I don't know if that's what they're all called or if that's the color of this one. This one doesn't feel too emollient, so it's not like hard to work with, but it's definitely not as dry of a formula as like the CoverGirl one or the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Those have a bit of a drier formula, so you can really push harder on them. But if you like them to be a little bit softer, you might like this. I feel like the color's nice and the product's working nicely. Not bad. They're cruelty-free, which, well, obviously they're cruelty-free. Otherwise you would see me not ever mentioning them. But that's always awesome when they're a completely cruelty-free brand. Well, that went pretty well. I feel like those brows look good. They're a little more ombre brow than I prefer, but I don't feel like drawing hair strokes and doing the whole thing right now. So you know what? I'm not going to. How's that? Try that on for size. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right now on the face, let this all set how it's going to. We're gonna move on to the eyes. And today I wanna try out the new Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. This is what it looks like. Oh, bitch, I haven't looked at it yet. That's kind of nice. Plastic though, So I think I would definitely prefer it not to be plastic. If it could be like a tin case or something that's a lot more good for the planet, that would be better. But you know what? That's just my 2 cents on the matter. Or cardboard of some kind. I know a lot of people don't love cardboard packaging, but I way prefer it to plastic. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I really like this actually. I think the colors of this are beautiful. Generally with Urban Decay shadows, I'm a little bit iffy. It's not that I hate them or anything. It's just that for some reason on me, they seem to not perform the best. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. This is the brush that comes with it, so it fits the whole theme. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of these brushes that come with the Urban Decay palettes. For me, it doesn't need to be in there, but I think it's really good for people who are either just beginning with eyeshadow or it's just a nice addition to have in the palette. I probably would prefer for myself a cheaper palette that just didn't include the brush and to have that one in there. So I'm gonna dip into this palette. The thing about Urban Decay shadows and me is that for some reason, and I don't know what it is, I struggle with Urban Decay shadows. I just find that they are a little bit finicky to blend out, and I don't know why. I used to have the Naked 2 and Naked 1, and I gave them both away because they were just sitting there not being used, and I wanted to give them to people who would use them. So many people love them that I figured it was just a personal preference with me. I don't know if these are the same formula that they used to be, but if they are, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. People change. So I think I'm kind of jiving with these colors right here, which is Hive and Drip. Oh, I'm jiving with Hive. Ooh, I like the names of this. So I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of those mixed and just stamp them onto the outer right here. I haven't worn eyeshadow in a while. This is the ColourPop E2 brush. Pigment on these is really nice. I feel like I like those colors too. That's the both colors kind of mixed together. I just sort of tapped into both of them. But look how much pigment I'm getting right off the get-go. I love the tones of all of these eyeshadows. It's really a lot more up my alley than the previous palettes that I've seen them do. I think the Naked Reloaded. I do like that palette. I think it's a nice one. This one I feel like of all of them that they've come out with is my jam. And you know what? This is blending a lot better than I remember. Did I change or did you? Taking some more of that Drip color and I'm just gonna place it on the inner corner right here and leaving the center open. I've been liking this style and shape of eye. I feel like it'll look really pretty with this palette too. So I'm gonna do like the gold all the way up. Ooh, I think that'll be cute as hell. I'm gonna switch to a bit of a smaller brush. This is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending, and I'm going to deepen up with a bit of this Sting color here. Just a little tipple-tapple into that. I'll take this brush that came with the palette. I'm gonna take a bit of Swarm and Keeper. Oh, I love these names, they're so cute. I'm gonna blend those a bit into the crease, just to add a little bit of that honey warmth. This palette is cute as hell. Okay, I am gonna use this little brush tip side. You know, honey is kind of a green gold. Not kind of, it really is a green gold. So I think it's not really what I'm feeling today. I think I want to go in with these two shades, which are Amber and Golden. I think I'm going to start off with Amber, and I'm not going to pack any sort of, I'm not going to put any like setting spray or anything on this because I just want to see how it applies. Beautiful. All right, well, maybe I have changed my stance on Urban freaking Decay shadows. Maybe they've just improved a little bit over the years. I just feel like I remember not loving them. Maybe it was like longevity, or I felt like I had a hard time blending them. I don't remember, but I am really liking these. So now I'm gonna go in with Golden here. Same brush, and I'm not gonna wet it. I kind of go a little bit higher up, just a little bit. I just flip the brush back over to that darker shade. I'm just sort of tapping the edges to make sure it all blends. This is a nice palette. It really is. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do on the top. I think I'm gonna work on the bottom lashes now, just so I can do it all at once. And then I'm just gonna throw my lashes on and we can move on to the rest of the face. But I gotta say, this is my favorite Urban Decay palette so far, 100%. It's so beautiful. What the hell? I feel like I've been missing out. Just using those same shades that I used on the top just to kind of blend down the bottom. And that is the shade Drip and Sting. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of that honey color and just pop it on the center bottom just to be able to use some more of the shades. I'm not getting like a ton of fallout either. It was totally fine to do my eyes second. So I'm gonna use some honey. Why not? Just to see what it looks like down here. It's a little greeny gold for me. It's a beautiful shade, but it's a little not quite what I wanted for this look. So I think I am gonna tap a little bit of Queen underneath there. There's some nice shimmers in here. Freaking A, they did a good job on this palette. It's a rare day that I'm this happy with an eyeshadow palette. I'm very impressed by this though. I feel like they really thought it out. I like shimmer on the lower lash line a lot. Okay, so I think I'm gonna find some sort of brown eyeliner, line my eyes, and then I'm gonna throw on my lashes. I'm gonna be using the Coco Risque lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so lashes are on, and wow, look at these eyes. Wow, I cannot believe the pigment and the colors are just so beautiful. I'm very, very impressed with the palette. I love it so much. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna do my bronzer real quick off camera because I don't have any new bronzer to try, but I do have new highlighter and blush. So I'm gonna do my bronzer real quick. I'm probably just gonna use the Fenty bronzer, which is the Shady Biz, and then I will be right back to move on the rest of the face. But I will show you that my nose is looking ultra horrifying. Look how bad it looks. It just looks so, there's no coverage at all, and you can see all the little spots, and especially up close right here. Look at that. Oh. Okay, so bronzer's on, and now it's time to move on to blush, and I'm gonna be using the Island Time. I've never heard anyone really talk about this, but this is the OFRA Island Time face thing. I explain things very well. OFRA, hire me. Oh. Okay, doesn't smell like anything. Oh, everybody loves this. Anyone ready? Oh, boom, boom. Yes. So I'm feeling like I probably want to go with this color today. They look very muted on camera, but in person they're quite bright. So I'm going to use this Downy guy right here, which I think is, it's hard to know, Cosmo or Bellini? Probably Bellini. Okay, truly on camera looks like nothing, but in person it looks like I am wearing so much blush. I don't know why on camera is really not like picking it up that well at all, but it's beautiful. It looks awesome. Okay, it looks a little bit more now. So funny. Oh, I really like that. It went on really easily. They look like very, very dry formulas. I don't know if you can tell, like very, very matte, but works just nice. I'm gonna take a little bit of this upper guy right here, which I think is Punch or Mai Tai. I don't know. It's hard to tell with the way it's set up on the back. I'm just gonna put a little bit right here because I feel like that's gonna kind of match my outfit. Not that you need makeup to match your outfit, but who's it gonna hurt? Okay, my nose looks horrific. Do you guys want to see? God, it's so crazy how cameras are liars. Look at this. Look how bad. Oh, you ready? Oh, there she is. It's just so bad. So bad. Maybe I'll take a little bit of concealer and like try to help it out in that arena. I don't know. Something's gotta give. Something has gotta give. Okay, that's a bit better, but still not ideal. You know, I just think it is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, so now I am going to try this highlighter, and these are from Milk as well. It's just a Milk day. It's a Milk day. So we've got the Milk Makeup Flex highlighter, and I got a few different colors. So this is the shade Blitzed. God, they are so stunning. It's so hard to tell on camera, but they're like super highlighty, very glittery. This one looks very glittery. This is the shade Lit, Glazed, and Iced, which is like a gold. This one's like really soft gold. The one that I'm gearing the most towards, I feel, is this one. I feel like would work the best for me. This is Lit. Let's get lit. Okay, let's try this sucker out and see what we are working with here. Using my BH number 140 brush. Oh! That is very pigmented. It's very glowy, like holy shit, but also it kind of gives me a bit of like a grayish purpley tint. Pretty, but my God in heaven. If you have very, very fair skin, this might be like amazing on you. The texture, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna try this one, which is Iced. So let's see the difference in color on this. You might just want to do like a tap because of that. Look at that. Okay, I like the color of this one better, for sure. It's more of like a whitish, kind of more yellowy gold, champagne-y color. This other one is, I mean, it's beautiful. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna kind of mix the two together because I don't want to have two different colored cheeks, you know. Look at that. Whoa. Do a little nose highlight. A lot of times that can make a really bad foundation nose look just a little bit better. These are freaking blinding. Look at that. Look how just one little is like wet chin. I don't know if I've used a freaking highlighter like these before. These are like highlighty, which I mean, like, I guess I just did not expect. Wow, that is a blinding ass highlight. All right, so for lips, I recently got these. These are the NYX Lingerie Push-Ups, long-lasting lipsticks. I really dislike the NYX Lip Lingerie normal, like liquid lipsticks. I just think that the texture of those is like moussey and weird. So we'll see about these. These are like an actual crayon. This is the shade, doesn't smell like anything. This is the shade Corset. Oh, it comes with a sharpener. Oh, all right. That's very comfortable. Very glidey. It doesn't have a drag to it at all. Minty. What? Lipstick having mintiness to it? That's weird. Does it talk about that? That is so bizarre. Yeah, it has like a mint texture to it. I'm gonna use this one too on the inside because I think it'll like match the whole vibe. And that is so interesting. I literally don't know if I've ever used a non-liquid lip or non-gloss product that has like a mintiness. This is the shade Seduction, and this is the perfect color to go with my top. You guys know how I like to do my lips. Like, other people are probably gonna be like, bitch, just line them all the way. And I'll be like, no. I think I hate that. It's like so minty. It's so weird. I don't know if I hate it or if I like it, but I feel like I need a little bit of gloss. Now, I know some people are gonna be like, please just leave your lips not glossy for once. And you know, you can't tell me what to do because you're not my real dad. This is the Lunar Beauty lip gloss that I've been loving. And I'm just gonna do a little bit right here. I left the edges kind of matte, so the center's just glossy. Is that everything? Is that every single product? Okay, my friends, let's do a rundown of everything that we tried today because I feel like it was one of those winning days, okay? It's a very rare day that everything just works so well, but I feel like this is a pretty good face of makeup. So let's start with the Milk Hydro Grip. I don't know if it works because it's primer, and does it? I don't know, so you tell me. Do you guys think it works? It's not brand new, but it's new to me. So do you love this? It's very sticky. Maybe it does work really well. I don't know, but it's comfortable in the skin. I don't feel gross or like cakey or anything like that at all. I feel like everything just works really well. I like the way that it feels. I'm not a huge fan of the smell, Carmex. Whew. But you know, my makeup looks pretty nice, and that's that on that. The foundation, other than my nose, I think it looks really nice on my skin. It's about a medium-ish coverage, high medium coverage, which I really like. If you have skin that you just kind of want to even out and you're not looking for like that mask, you may really like it. I feel like the foundation works really nice. It's nice, movable texture. It's not nearly as much, like I said, as the Hourglass. I really don't like all stick foundations. I feel like some of them are just not that great, but this one so far, again, I've only been wearing it for like an hour. It's not overly dewy. It's nice and like, I would say a normal skin finish, like a natural matte, slightly satin. You can see that it's mostly matte though, like if I'm being honest, like look at my forehead. It definitely sets down. I have no powder on my face at all. So, I mean, I like it. I'm definitely gonna try that foundation again. On my nose, horrendous, terrible. But my nose is a little bitch and I don't know why it's like that, but it just is. Everything looks bad on my nose. I don't know why. For the brows, the NABLA brow pencil works just fine. Works like a brow pencil. I like the color of it. Again, it's Neptune, if that's the color. And I thought it worked good. I thought that it was just a very nice brow pencil. Again, they're all kind of interchangeable to me. It's really just the price that's not interchangeable. So if you find one that you absolutely love, killer. For me, I like the color of this one quite a lot. I feel like it's a nice color. It's a very neutral brown shade. I have nothing to complain about with this at all. The eyeshadows. The Urban Decay Naked Honey. Oh, honey. Honey. Beautiful. Look at my eyes. Just look at them. I know. Beautiful. I just absolutely love it. I think it's such a stunning color. I think it's such a stunning palette. Perfect for fall. They could not have released it at a better time. I feel like it blended beautifully. Look at the gradient. There's no patchiness that doesn't stick around. Sometimes Urban Decay shadows are fuck, I don't know. Back in the day, like my Naked palettes or whatever, just feel like they weren't nearly as pigmented and I would get some patchiness and they wouldn't wear that great. This is like a whole different eyeshadow. I don't even know what I'm dealing with here right now. Beautiful. I could not ask for a better palette. I really enjoy all of the colors in there and I think it's just really lovely. That's all I have to say about that. What do you guys think? Have you guys got it yet? Is it even released yet? I think it is. It's stunning. Stunning. I love it, at least. I think it's beautiful. The blush palette. Blush is kind of one of those things too that's a little interchangeable for me. It worked really well. It didn't go on too pigmented. It wasn't too hard to work with at all. It just kind of worked really nicely and it just did what blushes are supposed to do. Just make you look blushing. And I think it did. The highlighters, however, on the other hand, holy balls. Look at that. I was not expecting that. And you know what? It does look just like a nice wet sheen. These ones look like they're gonna be glowy. I don't know if you can tell while they're in the pan. They're not like super glittery, but then there's this one shade and it looks like it's gonna be glittery. This is the one Blitzed. I haven't tried it yet, but it's a beautiful shade. It is kind of a middle shade between the ones I used, but the ones that I did use I think are beautiful. I definitely prefer the more golden one, but the two mixed is lovely. But who, like, were you gonna go buy two? Maybe, but well.
No. Well.
I love it though. I think it looks really pretty and I think it's performed really nicely. I'm definitely gonna reach for these again. I feel like they're very intense though, so if you're somebody that likes more of a subdued highlight, I probably would forego those. These remind me very much in like sheen to the OFRA highlighters. The OFRA highlighters are like fucking bright. They are so bright. It is like unbelievable and they are so sheeny. So if you really don't like that, you may really not like these. What else did I use? The concealer. I forgot to talk about the concealer, the Flex concealer. Again, it's not my first time. I like it. I feel like it's a decent concealer. Is it unbelievable? Not really, but like it just does what it's supposed to do. I feel like it covered up my under eyes nicely. They're not creasy. They don't look gross or anything. It doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel cakey. It just feels very much like the stick foundation in the way of it's a good product. Like it seemingly works really well. I like the way that the Flex feels on my eyes. And then the final product, the lip lingerie push-ups. Weird how they're minty. The mintiness does calm down as I've been sitting here. It's definitely not as bad. I can still feel it for sure. Yeah, you can smell it. It's like the Carmex again. It's like, what's with all the Carmex in these products? I don't know, man. What the hell? So weird, but went on nicely. I feel like they're very soft and glidey. They are a very unique texture. You know how the lip lingeries are like whipped? That's what I hate about them. These are like very soft and pillowy. They're like such a unique texture. They're not bad or anything at all. I actually like the way that they went on and I like this color quite a bit, especially with this outfit. It's very fall-y, but yeah, I just feel like it just did. It just does. Did I use anything else? I guess that's it for everything that I use. That's the rundown. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with everything. Sometimes these first impression videos are a total shit show. Sometimes you find some winners. Today is a winning day. What do you guys think? Have you tried any of the shit that I tried today? Did you like it? If you didn't, tell me why. I'd like to know. And if you did, well, awesome. I will have everything that I use linked in the description of this video if you guys are interested in checking anything out. Thank you so much for the brands for sending a lot of these products over. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you have not yet. And I will see you at my next video. Bye! Flex found... Hello? Yeah, this one is a tractor, a literal tractor. A tractor and a bus and a truck. 2 trucks. Cool. Reasonable. Ah, wrong way. It definitely has, because it is... There it is. Hello? Hello? NABLA, where the hell did you go? The amount of buses and trucks, I swear to God. This is for sure my favorite Urban Decay. Urban Decay. Am I orange? It's really hard to tell when you're this crusty. No, that's just my eyes. Highlight. Hello? Okay, well, am I orange? So I really dislike the licks. Hello? They could not have released this at a better... I was talking about fall, excuse me?